This is the Flying the Coop podcast. We're a bunch of individuals united by common interests that have come together to review, discuss, and mostly fight about content on the internet. I'm Floppy. I'm joined by this ragtag group that we've assembled. Well, you know, some of us are ragtag. I won't make everyone introduce themselves again, but if you say your name before you talk, that could be cool. Or maybe say someone else's
Hammer.
name.
That was just one word for the podcast, guys. He's out.
You know, Miss Floppy listened to the first episode and she said, I liked every time Hammer would talk because I stopped everything I was doing to listen to what he had to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I needed to know what it was.
Does Miss Floppy have a favorite?
She didn't say that, but she did say that Hammer speaks with a lot of suspense in his voice. And man, does he ever.
Man's got intentional things to say.
Miss Floppy would be like, I'd be walking to get coffee, but then Hammer would start talking and I'd kind of sit down and wait till he finished his thought.
They need to take a seat, apparently.
So we have released our first episode and we're finally getting feedback on it. It's been awesome. So thank you so much if you've already listened. And if you're listening in the future, why weren't you here? Packy's upset.
Grr.
That's how we do it. So now the next time you hear a grr, you know it's Packy. And then we also have Ray and Brendan who have been talking. I won't prompt either one of them yet.
Why not?
Hi.
Brendan, you would have been a great voice actor for the Finding Nemo franchise.
Oh.
I would have.
Yeah, you do kind of give like a nice like fish vibe. Maybe not a fish, but like an ocean creature.
Splish splash.
I'm talking about the seagulls that are like, mine.
Mine.
I can see that.
Packy's a turtle.
Packy's the turtle.
Grr.
There he goes.
That's what turtles sound like.
I'm the starfish.
Starfish is a great. That's what you are.
But speaking of your voice acting future, I did something kind of cool this weekend, guys. So DreamHack Atlanta was over the weekend, and I work with a lot of local conventions.
Okay.
And I got the chance to spend my entire weekend working with Anna Campbell, who is one of the voices from Apex Legends and Titanfall for the character of Ash. Happy to say she's absolutely wonderful.
Whoa.
However, Jeff Steitzer and Tim Dadabo were also there, and they are apparently in the Halo franchise.
Yes. Yep.
Who are they in the Halo franchise?
Jeff had like a banner that said the voice of God in Halo. And I was like, oh, wow, this should mean something to me because it'll mean something to the podcast men. But I got to talk to Tim, who thinks Red vs. Blue is super funny, apparently, and is one of the only voice actors in the game that has also played the game.
Huh. So not a lot of the voice actors have actually played it.
I was shocked. Yeah. Like, how have you not? Halo's been around for 25 years.
Well, I think Steve Downs has talked about he tried to, but just gave up.
That's fair.
That's disappointing. I mean,
Who does Steve voice?
Mr. Halo.
Master Chief?
Oh, cool.
He voices John Halo. Maybe some of the audience doesn't get out to conventions. What is DreamHack?
So DreamHack is an actually international convention chain, basically, that is super focused on video games. And they have an Atlanta one. I think they have either a Houston or a Dallas one. They have one in Australia. And they try and be a hub for a lot of the championships for video games. So I think there was a Marvel Rivals, like really big, important championship happening there this weekend on Sunday.
Okay.
But everything is video game focused. They had an entire section of just indie game artists, and all the voice actors had been in video games. And they had a D&D one-shot happening. I was talking to and sitting next to the voice for Silver the Hedgehog. I don't know his last name. I just call him Jeff because he's just Jeff to me. Fun fact, he is also a voice in The Most Popular Girls in School, which I don't think any of you have probably seen. And I'm going to ruin Packy's life specifically with it because I think that he would love it.
Wait. Is that an anime? What is that?
The Most Popular Girls in School is a YouTube series from about 13 years ago that originated when two guys were improvising together. And then they decided to recreate their improv in stop motion animation with Barbies. So the entire show is 6 seasons of stop motion animation with Barbies, ranging from like the regular one to fully articulated, and outfits change and things, and it's all homemade. At one point, there was a huge Kickstarter to make a new season for it that was successful. And I have been following it for 13 years, and I miss it dearly. I wish it wasn't over, but it is. When I realized that Pete was part of the show, I ended up freaking out. He pulled one of those like covert recordings as I was telling my friend Jarvis about the show, who had never seen it, and took that recording and then sent it to the group chat of the voice actors because they apparently all still have a group chat.
No way.
And my favorite character's VA, Brittany's VA, sent back a voice memo telling me to go fuck myself, which is very in character for Brittany.
Huh.
And then the voice actor for Rachel Tice, which I think is one of the original creators, sent a 15-second voice memo saying that it's really cool that I remember all of the plot points and everything. And thank you so much for being a fan. And also, you're really pretty.
Oh.
So.
Okay, so hear me out. After we finish Red versus Blue, we're going to watch this. Okay.
This was a lot of fun. That was a fun story. But let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns?
Yes.
Let's get down.
That's for our Disney fan podcast. That's coming soon.
No, Brendan, the copyright.
You're right.
I've never seen the movie. I just like that song a lot. Also, Mulan was hot.
Oh god. That's depressing. You haven't seen it. But. So we have broached into season 2 of Red versus Blue. Ray, I know you were pretty cold on the series, at least when you were younger. And I think your quote was you actively avoided watching it at a certain
and then I got reformed because I met Caboose.
And then you met Caboose. So
I just found out Mulan
And
is
Chucker.
16.
So
Oh no.
Chucker.
just like give me your general we're just gonna blow right past Mulan's age.
I didn't know.
Now it's on the internet forever.
No, cut it out, guys, cut it out, please.
Cut that.
So Ray, you don't have to get into the first episode or anything, but like, what were you excited going into season 2 about, or did you have any plot points you were looking forward to?
I'm I'm angry again at you.
At me?
So
what could I have done?
I was so excited. We finished season 1. I was so excited for it. I was actually enjoying myself, which is like shocking considering my entire history with the show. And then Floppy just had to go and open his fucking mouth and tell me that the AI was in Caboose. And I'm still mad at you for it. And I still want to throw rocks at your
Floppy,
head
why
for
did you
it.
do that? That was totally
I was
you.
about to say, I don't know why I'm being blamed
Yeah.
for it, because it certainly wasn't me.
It's absolute. I mean, you heard it here first. Ray said it was you, as far as I know.
It just comes so
crosshairs
natural to
on
blame
me.
you for things.
I'll stand by it. I don't think it's a spoiler, though. I do, after watching the first episode, feel like it was a little bit of a spoiler.
Really? That's fucking crazy. But yeah, I'm still mad at you for that.
Well,
that was
that's-
so uncool about my baby girl.
That's understandable.
But I was excited. I was excited going into this. I was excited to actually watch it because it wasn't what I expected it to be. It was much more up my alley. I was a huge Achievement Hunter fan for a very, very long time, and a lot of Achievement Hunter humor is shaped by what Jeff thought was funny.
Mhm.
And Jeff has a huge part in Red versus Blue, at least in the very beginning of it. And it is one of those experiences where you find something and you consume it because it's so new to you. You get that same feeling that you had when you were younger,
Sure.
of like you sat down and watched the new Achievement Hunter video and it was so exciting. And it's kind of like that again. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and watch the new Red versus Blue. I'm gonna have that same feeling that I had when I was 13 sitting down for the next Minecraft.
Well, that's actually beautiful. I actually was excited to hear that you hadn't seen it, for the same reason I'm excited that a lot of us haven't seen Ruby, because I think the audience will really enjoy kind of getting to experience that alongside of us and you in this scenario. But let's go to someone who doesn't spoil anything at all, ever. Brendan, can you take us through episode 1?
All right, so episode 1 of season 2. So fun fact, I believe the first episode of season 2 was actually shown in a theater. I forgot where, but it was that showing that I believe Gavin Free was at.
Oh.
I believe it was at the Lincoln Center.
I don't know what that is, but yeah. Anyway, so that's a cool fact. So basically, we open. We're on they actually show the Halo ring, which I thought was a little odd, and I don't know if that's kind of retcon now, but whatever.
Interesting.
But nevertheless, we open on Doc or Dufresne. He is trying to contact Blue Base Command, and this is where we are introduced to a second new character, 2 new characters within the first minute of the first episode of season 2, which I thought was pretty cool.
Bold choice.
Yeah, bold, but good. It works out.
Mhm.
We meet Vic, who I love Vic's voice. The hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Yeah.
It's just so funny. Bernie's doing the voice, and it's all nasally. It's great.
It's actually based off of a friend of his who is a professor at Full Sail University.
Is it actually?
In Florida? Yes. It's a guy, I don't know if his actual name is Vic. On one of the Rooster Teeth podcast episodes, I think maybe one of the drunk tanks, he actually meets up out at a bar, or they're out doing something together. And Vic had no idea that there was a character in Red versus Blue named after him. but he had a lot of students do like projects because Full Sail's a multimedia college. Yeah, it's a film school. He had no idea there was a character in the show that was named after him. So he does a bunch of Vic's lines on the podcast, just like Bernie recorded it while they were out. But yeah, sounds exactly like him. Pretty insane. Bernie was just imitating his friend.
That's funny.
There was a character in the first season they used the same character model for Command, but it definitely had a different voice.
That was the Randall Glass.
I don't know if they're supposed to be implied that they're the same character or not, but maybe we find out later.
So basically, Doc is calling them up. Like, what am I doing here? And Vic's like, you're going to want to go talk to Private Tucker, ask them about their wounded dude. Say, hey there, what's going on? So Doc does not like Vic either, and it's funny. And one of my favorite line from this episode is, well, it's our goal here at Blue Base to provide excellent customer service today, and I hope we have done that. I say that a lot.
It's funny. I have a line from this that I do use all the time in my work because I end up training a lot of very scared people straight out of school. They'll be asking me questions, and then I'll be reading from something, and I'll say, the next thing is make sure you absolutely do not. Oh, wait. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to read that.
I'm not supposed to read you that part.
Just, it's going to be fine.
So then Doc goes and finds, and we see our heroes just debating, saying random crap, talking about how Caboose is scary, and Church is annoyed with them. I mean, it's just absolute classics. Doc comes up and is like, hey, and Church tells him to screw off at first, but then eventually gets his attention, and he's like, hey, I'm here to help out. And they're like, we called for you 3 months ago, which establishes that 3 months have passed post season 1, which I think is interesting. And basically we find out that Church and Tex, who are both dead, their bodies are buried. You see the grave. One has the Star of David, and one of them has a cross, which I don't know why. I don't know why that was necessary.
Interesting.
You sweet summer child. Did you not know that those are what the graves in Normandy look like?
Huh.
No,
I didn't know.
Huh.
Oh, so I've actually been to Normandy. It is just this, I want to call it a mass grave, but it's a mass burial site. Like, it's basically a hill, and you look over the hill, and there's just more and more headstones. And there is like one section of Jewish headstones for some reason. They're not just dispersed with all of the other ones, like they segregated us, which is crazy.
Huh.
But those are the headstones for, like, in Normandy.
From D-Day?
I'm not sure if it's only from D-Day, but I know that it is a very good place to read a book.
Oh, Packy has some friends there from high school, so I think we should all be sensitive to that.
No, the flashbacks, not again.
So yeah, anyways, basically a few notes I want to make about this episode as well is the voice quality is way better in season
Definitely.
in the beginning of season 2. And we get, basically they're just yapping. They get into a debate about what is it, the pacifier, but what do they think it is?
It's a pedophile.
Yeah, like, you're a thing babies suck on. No, dude, that's a pedophile. Tucker, I think he means a pacifier. Oh, I was totally thinking of something else. I'm like, oh my God. Every time I hear that joke, I'm just like, that's insane.
Where's the patient? She's right behind you and 6 feet straight down.
And who's the other grave?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Anyways, and then basically, so the medical guy's like, hey, I have to go by Red Base and check on everyone since resources are low, since he's a pacifist. Then the Reds show up and shoot at them and launch an attack. I mean, that's basically episode 1.
What seems, in character, I guess, for Sarge, but completely out of character for what we've seen so far. The Reds are on the offensive.
I made a note of that. I was like, it's
About to
crazy.
jump.
This is one of the few times you see him attack.
I also think this might be the first time Sarge uses a shotgun.
Okay.
I don't know that he used one last season.
I thought it was kind of interesting, a note that I had about Doc specifically saying he was just there to help out Tex, but they said they called him 3 months ago. So I wonder if there was like obviously he was there to check on the freelancer and not the Blood Gulch soldiers, but I wonder if they thought that he was supposed to be there for when they initially had Church get killed, but then he was actually called for Tex. Because he didn't seem to really know that Church was even dead. I mean, obviously he was, air quote, alive right in front of him, but he didn't seem to understand that there was going to be more than one dead body.
Point. Foreshadowing, potentially.
I want to know about their vitals.
I bet I have better vitals than you.
What's a vital?
Packy, take us through the assault of the Reds.
So we're starting out at Blue Base. Church just starts barking orders to Tucker. He's like, "Hey, go do this thing. Go lay down suppressive fire and just keep doing this until I tell you to do something else." Just like all these like militant, like all of a sudden he's the leader stepping up like he should, and Tucker's just like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." he's like, I didn't understand any of that. And so Church is like, "Well, just go over with Caboose and his rock." And then Tucker says something that I think is super funny. He's like, "No, you get to stay here with Nancy No Bullets while I go off and eat a machine gun sandwich."
I'm over there eating a machine gun sandwich.
Yeah. One thing I like is as they're arguing, there's a cool, I guess, like scene transition that they do throughout this whole episode where it basically kind of looks like whoever's controlling the cameraman is just like, walking to the different shooting locations, so to speak. But they just like time lapse it, make it super fast and add like a kind of sound effect over it. And they just keep using that to transition between all of the different conversations. And I thought that was kind of cool because it makes this episode just feel like this is all happening like right now in the story, as opposed to just like cut to these guys talking, cut to these guys talking.
It feels like it moves a lot faster than season 1.
Which makes sense with like a battle.
At this point, from my understanding, they are all working on Red versus Blue full time. They had quit their jobs for a while, and this was what they were all in on. So it does make sense that, obviously the quality's gone up. They've got some money. They probably have better microphones. More planning.
Because some of them had to record over the phone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Gus was recording over the phone from Puerto Rico, his lines for season 1.
That's jeez.
Oh yeah, so that's actually why. And I don't know how much of Bernie tells a lot of stories. I don't know how much of them are like just for effect or true. But basically, the reason the characters sound like that is he had to get everyone's voices to match Gus's filter of coming through the phone. So he messed with everyone's voices to get it to sound like Gus's, so everyone sounded the same.
Man, I can only imagine how much fun that was to do back then.
Yes. Can you imagine? Looking at
God.
raw audio files in 2003.
The editing of this entire season so far has so much added to the experience of it. Like Aki was saying, the going back and forth, making it feel a lot more real time. And then even the little jokes and bits in the editing, like the headstones with Normandy and then the Doc intro, just got me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny.
There's a few interesting things. You talk about the transition, that they use that swoosh effect a lot. I know for season 2 at least, which I always love the when it transitions base to base.
Packy, what's going on with Caboose? Is he all right?
Yeah, so for Caboose, I noticed that for the parts where Church is just basically telling Doc to go help him, like, fine, you go over there and help Caboose, since Tucker's not going to do it. In the background, if you look at Caboose, from what I could tell, and the different instances where he's just in the very far off in the background, just moving around, he'll pop up from behind his rock, move side to side, duck back down, or he'll just like pop up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't know that he's actually ever firing his weapon. And I'm not entirely sure. I may have missed that he did, but I'd like to believe that he wasn't, and he was just playing with his rock because it's Caboose. So while he's out there doing that, they establish that Doc is in fact a medic and not a doctor, and so that's why he finds his nickname confusing. And he actually says that a doctor helps people and a medic just makes you comfortable until you die. And then that's when that scene comes in where they're like, "Oh, we're just going to call you Doc, and that'll never stick." And then the Trocadero sample pops in from their intro. But Church is like, "No, just go over there and help him." And he's like, "I'm a pacifist. I don't even have a gun." He's like, "Then just go yell bang, bang, bang. Like, do something."
That sounds pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Doc is like, "Well, I can't help anyone unless they're hurt." And Church is like, "Huh, okay." And then slowly aims his gun up towards Caboose, pulls the trigger, and then you hear Caboose go, "Ow, my foot." And after that, we get that cool swooshy effect to cut out to the Reds where Simmons is out of ammo and tells Griff, "Hey, it was your job that was established during our last staff meeting that you're supposed to be the one to resupply us with ammo." And he's like, "Dude, I was sleeping inside my helmet during that. What are you talking about? What were you doing for that?" And Simmons is like, "I'm the social chairman." And then Sarge comes up and just continues that dumb little joke where he's just like, "Hey, me and Treasurer Donut are out of ammo." I'm like, oh my God.
Great. It's great, too, that Jeff is the only one with real military experience out of all.
Yeah.
He's just like, "Yeah, I was asleep in my helmet."
Mm-hmm. Which Jeff has totally told stories about actually doing that in the army too, which is really funny.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so then we cut back to where Doc is checking on Caboose and he's trying to get him to establish which foot hurts, and he doesn't know left from right, and he's like the red one.
Oh my gosh.
I know what line is coming up.
Yeah,
It's maybe my favorite Caboose line in the whole show.
yeah,
Please
where
do
he's
it,
like, I
Maggie.
can't believe Church shot me. Is that the line you're talking about?
No, it wasn't.
No.
What's,
I thought, is that the line you thought? I thought Hammer gave you this line on
it's
purpose.
way past my bedtime. What are you talking about?
Come on, guys. He's old. We want him out of the home to film this podcast.
It's when Doc asks if anything else is hurting.
Oh, well, I'm not at that part yet.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. But you hyped up this line. I thought. I feel like we're right there.
We are. We're almost there. Don't worry. Remember, this is edging. We're getting there.
Oh my god.
But no, I think it was funny though. He was like, I can't believe Church shot me, and Church yells from the other side, like, don't even start, Caboose. But yeah, then the part we're all talking about where Doc is like, hey, is there anything else wrong? And Caboose brings up some completely like unrelatable childhood trauma about seeing his parents do stuff while they're naked. Like, who relates to that? Come on.
Hey, Packy. You said it was past your bedtime.
Uh-huh.
Are you in a vulnerable place right now where you want to talk about those
Is this a lot?
memories
Yeah, is this a
having
lot?
I mean,
sex?
they
For you?
just, I think about it and they make me angry.
I just get really, really mad for some reason.
Okay, well, we're just going to start with the foot.
It's okay. Maybe I'll get some aloe vera for my neck.
Yeah.
So,
We get one last little swooshy cut of this episode back over, and Tucker and Church are all of a sudden like, hey, they stopped firing. And then Sarge comes up yelling at them with his next strategic option, which is, hey, you guys got a chance to surrender.
the Blues clock pretty quickly that the issue is the Reds are probably out of ammo. It's confirmed pretty quick. Obviously, like you said, Griff didn't do his job, but they need to work out some sort of truce. Well, not even a truce. They want the Blues to surrender. So they start discussing terms. Simmons is shocked that the whole thing's even working, and he asks to get Lopez back, not knowing that Church's body or Church's spirit, his ghost, is now in Lopez. They also want the flag and some cake. Donut then changes to let's just ask for the cake. To which Sarge has a great line where he says, all right, first off, we want your flag. And then that's when Simmons remembers that the last time they got the flag, that the chick in the black armor showed up. And Sarge just finishes to stay right where it is. Keep the
I love
flag.
that so much.
And then he tries to tell them that he wants their droid back. And he says, you may know him as Senor El Roboto.
That line is so good.
I love that. Love that. I love that name. Senor El Roboto.
Which is clearly what Sarge has named him. The Blues are basically discussing what they're going to concede because Church is in the body, so he doesn't want to give it up. Tucker basically tries to lie and say that he left, and he said sayonara and just took off.
Except that's French,
French.
not Spanish.
It's French, not Spanish at all. But then they offer up the medic, Doc, because he was going over there anyway. But the Reds don't know that because budgets are low, I guess, for both armies. Kind of works out for the Blues. The Blues, they have a problem too because they're giving the medic, so they want something, which obviously isn't how surrender works. But for some reason, the Reds start negotiating terms for the surrender for them. And to which Simmons says, you don't get anything, humiliation and ridicule, which Tucker says, we've already got all of that. What else do you have? Sarge, just still in military mindset, says, well, what do you want? Church just wants them to admit that the red team sucks. To which they talk about it, and Sarge wants to basically get to the fact that what if we just admit that one of us sucked? Going back and forth, we actually get to hear the terms of the surrender. The medic is sent over to the Reds, which is useless, equally useless, but way more funny. Griff has to stand in front of both armies and admit to everyone that he sucks, that he's a girl, he likes ribbons in his hair, and he wants to kiss all the boys, which results in it being maybe the best surrender of all time.
I just feel bad for him because he should just be kissing Simmons.
I would like to call dibs on being the Griff of the group now.
There's like just like a funny thing too, because this is where it starts getting established. There's a fun story from like Rooster Teeth lore. A guy had made drawings of what all of the red versus blue characters look like outside of their armor. One of the things he did was he drew Griff as fat, because this is starting a trend of like Griff always is eating and sleeping and is lazy. So Griff is actually fat outside of his armor. And so there were a bunch of other little things, but this guy picked up on all of it and he drew them all in like season 2. Bernie and them saw these drawings get reposted on the website and they're like, hey, we need somebody to draw us a real Rooster Teeth logo, because the original Rooster Teeth logo was just clip art. It was like one of the weather vane roosters and then chattering teeth that they just got from clip art. They tried to contact the guy who posted the images, to which the guy was really cagey about it and was like, you could talk about the images, but you got to give me credit. And they thought it was kind of weird. And after drilling down with the guy for a while, it got revealed that the guy had actually taken the images from the guy who actually drew them, posted them on his own page on the Rooster Teeth site, and was taking credit for it.
Oh, shit.
They basically sussed it out pretty quick, and he wanted to try to, I guess, steal the credit for it, to which, then we would have had a really, really bad Rooster Teeth logo. But they ended up finding the original guy, who I don't know, and I don't even know. I'm sure there's a way to find that out. He ended up doing the new Rooster Teeth logo, or at least the old new Rooster Teeth logo, that he has tried to apparently fix from day one, because he says it's not completely centered.
I love stories like that. I love stories like that where they get someone from the community to do stuff. I feel like that's a lot of early Rooster Teeth, is them being like, we need this. Let's just get someone that watches the show to do it. And I'm like, this rules. I love it. I love it. It's so feel good. You're like, yeah, that's so cool. It's not like some...
If you want to trust your traditional web browser AI result, it says that the logo was created by Ben McSweeney.
Yeah, that sounded familiar.
That's actually right. That is correct.
Okay.
I mean, we were also lucky enough to have a community member make our logo for us. So shout out to Calvin P on Reddit for making our logo for us.
That's true.
Fair, yeah.
We credit him in the prequels that we never released, but we never credit him appropriately here.
Credit your artists.
He's also
if you steal art, I'll kill you.
Yes, credit your artists. Also a mod on the Morning Somewhere subreddit, so make sure you support your mods. Don't
support me as a mod. I'm the only mod that has ever mattered in the entire world.
That's true. That's true. So speaking of only mod that's mattered in the entire world, can you kind of pick up where I left off? So the exchange happens. Now Doc is at the red base.
So, but episode 23, or the 4th episode of season 2, Griff is giving Doc a lowdown on the situation with Charge getting shot, and Griff giving him like mouth to mouth about it. And Doc admits that he's into alternative medicines. And then Griff and Simmons kind of start fighting, as they do as a married couple. And Donut is dedicated to letting Simmons know that he lost. Griff fucking slaughtered his ass. And Simmons takes a cheap shot about it and says that his armor is pink, which it's not. I've learned that it's lightish red.
Lightish red. There you go.
And then Doc is very dedicated to making sure that no one thinks he's friends with Griff, even though he's talking to Griff. And it's a little crazy.
I feel like it's a moment a lot of people have had in their life that they want to say, except Doc just says it, where it's like, hey, just so everyone knows, we're not, like, I'm just talking to this.
I would like to note that in my notes, it says on the pink side, but I'm talking about the blue team. So apparently the blue team is pink now.
Okay. Lightish blue.
They're trying to use Lopez's body, because he's a droid anyways, to fix Sheila. They don't succeed in that, but we do learn that it's 26 degrees Celsius. And then Tucker finds a switch on Lopez's body that Church is inhabiting, which, like, pretty gay if you ask me, guys.
Some Chucker action.
But Tucker doesn't want to flip the switch.
Sure, you were thrilled.
We're going to get there, guys. I'm so excited. But Tucker finds a switch on Lopez's body that Church is in, and Tucker doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to admit that he's in love with Church, and he just, if they make that physical contact, that really will be the end game for him. But Church doesn't want Caboose to flip the switch because he thinks the Caboose is too dumb to operate a switch. And eventually Tucker goes down on Church and flips the switch. And then there's
oh jeez.
And then there's a beeping noise. Where we then go back to the red team, where they are debating what to do with the prisoner, which is Doc, and beeping starts over on their side too, coming from the warthog that we learn has a homing system, and I suspect the homing system is Lopez, and I suspect it is probably Sarge's fault, because I feel like everything is actually Sarge's fault, and he is the least competent person on that entire team.
But he's got a lot of heart.
Warthog online, homing device. Beacon, whatever. Fuck.
That was great though. Hammer.
Thank you.
Sure. So We pick up right where the last one left off with the Jeep coming online. And Sarge accuses Donut.
The
Yeah.
warthog?
Sarge accuses Donut of messing with his robot.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty in pink. What are you looking at me for? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt Hammer before we move on too far. There was another quote in that last episode Ray was talking about that I just want to get out real quick. The bullet wound in the head debate with
yeah.
Doc, right? Griff literally says, "Yeah, that guy got shot in the foot. I rubbed his neck with aloe vera." Yeah, I don't know about all that. I say that exact phrase so much.
I feel like Doc's more of a DO than an MD.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Please
so
continue,
then-
Hammer.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
Hammer.
So then Sarge going on about how he installed this like remote control for the Warthog and Lopez, but that they don't need to worry about it because the like keywords or key phrases are stashed away in his diary. And then we transition back to Blue Base. They're still trying to figure out what this beeping noise is. Tucker describes this noise of like whirring and clicks and all that, even though he's not actually hearing that noise and is just trying to be helpful. Caboose talks about how he's hearing a voice in his head telling him to kill all of his friends before they have a chance to kill him. You know, that's a normal thing.
Is that not something that you guys experience? Am I alone in that?
Depends on the day.
Okay, thank you. I feel comforted.
Then Church says something along the lines of the beeping noise driving him crazy, which happens to be the phrase to start the Warthog driving around. And as it starts rolling off, it somehow Doc ends up sitting in the driver's seat. We get a little bit of a callback to season 1 with the flag. Donut thinks Doc stole the Warthog. Doc says that it kidnapped him, and then Donut replies, "Oh, he's taunting us." Simmons turns to Sarge and is like, "I don't think we should take any more prisoners. We suck at it."
That's such a good line.
I feel like everyone's really scared to mention anything with Caboose now. Like, literally no one has mentioned what's going on
Good.
with it. I keep...
Good. You should
But-
be.
But nobody's even glossing over the fact that he seems to be really going through it right now, mentally.
I actually, in my notes for this episode, I have, "Hey, Caboose baby, are you good?" I mean, this episode in general just kind
Yeah.
of pissed me off. Like any episode that is too red team centric, which I have made my allegiance to the blue very known, but any episode that is too red team centric really just kind of annoys me. I try and enjoy it. Like, the entire joke is that they're just stupid.
I think that changes. I mean, Caboose has gotten pretty stupid pretty fast.
Hey.
Like, the red team is their chemistry together, you end up enjoying a lot as things go on because they have such, like, really well outlined personalities. But I definitely get why you'd be more of a blue.
Like, I enjoy the dynamics that they have between them as a team, and I think that it's interesting, especially with Sarge constantly changing who is and isn't his son. Like, the entire joke being that they're dumb feels so slapstick humor, and that is just not my brand of humor, where the blue humor is very much like they're actually doing something, they're just doing it poorly.
There's more depth to the blue team. I think you will maybe come to see, because like the way I see it right now is that the red team is kind of the comic relief. The blue team is still funny, but the blue team actually has some deeper
Yeah.
things going on than just kind of being bumbling idiots.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Caboose has got voices. We don't know what's going on with that yet. So.
Caboose has got voices. Church is a ghost inside of a robot. Tucker has got a lot of issues.
And I mean, this episode, even though it pissed me off, we do learn Caboose does not know how to work a switch.
Yes, I was about to say.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone talks about Kevin from The Office getting stupid by like season 4 and like trying to repair a dead turtle. But like Caboose gets really dumb really fast. We're in season 2 and he doesn't know how a switch works.
He's baby girl, he's allowed.
So loud.
Yeah, Caboose gets down there. He's going to do some stuff with Church's dongle now that Tucker's done with it. He makes a comment about how it's not very big. Church talks to him about how to use it. And I love how in the background you can just see the warthog driving around and reacting to what
Yep.
Church is saying, like stop, turn around, and all that. And then Caboose breaks Church's switch, which kind of makes the warthog stop for a second. Back at Red Base, Griff says nice kitty to it because, it's a puma.
Good callback.
They're because back at Blue Base, we're messing with Church's switch some more, and they're talking about different colored wires, and Church is like, follow the red one, take out the red one, stuff like that. So then the Warthog pins Sarge up against the wall and starts firing the machine gun at him. That's where that moves off.
Ah, fudge pumps.
I love that.
So far in the show, we've lost Church, technically. Tex has also been killed. Sarge was dead for a little bit, but came back, but all the way came back. Sheila's dead. So now it looks like we're about to lose Sarge. And again. But I don't know how much CPR is going to save him from a turret to the face.
I mean, there'll be several bullet wounds to the head, so maybe he just needs several rounds of CPR.
Exactly. And it's great because the turret seems to have dramatic timing because it's starting far away from Sarge's head and is slowly getting closer. That's when Sarge yells out that he wants Griff to tell Lopez that he was like a son to him and he forgives him for trying to kill him.
Son.
To which Griff says, I thought Simmons was like a son to you. And Sarge says, no offense, Simmons, but Lopez and I just understood each other.
He refused to speak English.
Yeah.
And then they just say, now he's trying to kill you with a remote control Jeep. And Sarge just goes, what a little rascal. So then meanwhile, Tucker and Church are still messing with the dongle. Tucker pulls the wire. The beeping stops. Church is super happy that the beeping stops. And the Warthog stops firing at Sarge. But Sarge, a little upset.
Oh, Horse Pucky, I'm fine.
He says, Horse Pucky, I'm fine. But he has to admit he's disappointed. Simmons obviously is trying to cope with the fact that he's, second favorite to Lopez. He thinks it's because Sarge had to confront his mortality. But Sarge is just upset because he felt like he could have taken him.
A worthy opponent.
To which they said, taken. To which they said, taken who? And Sarge just says, the machine gun was a worthy opponent. But at the end, he was beginning to show signs of weakness.
Cracks in the armor.
And Donut basically says, like, yeah, man, you're pretty tough, but, it's kind of hard to beat hundreds of rounds of armor-piercing ammunition going through your face. And Sarge correctly says, and yet he surrendered. So basically, Doc's like, hey, guys, look, we all cope in our own ways. And it just so happens the way he copes is that apparently shit himself in the driver's seat of the Warthog.
Also, the Jeep is going to need a thorough cleaning.
In that, I wanted to say something about that because the word thorough cleaning tells me it was poop. And it probably wasn't a solid poop.
We don't need to have this debate.
I think we could.
I think the reason that, using the word thorough cleaning is one thing. However, a man using the term thorough cleaning means jack shit to me.
But I don't know how masculine Doc is. I don't know how
That's a fair point.
He's more masculine than Griff. We'll put it there.
Like Tucker called him a pussy fest. I don't know what that means, but I feel like Tucker kind of hit the nail on the head. Church's legs are pretty scrapped at this point. We get Caboose coming back. He wants Church just walk on his hands because his lower half's damaged. And he says you could use your feet for fun stuff like high fives and eating sandwiches and, the important stuff. So they back the Warthog off of Sarge so Sarge can get free. They turn on Doc because Doc goes in to drive and rams into Sarge. There goes my last kidney. I was saving that one for a special occasion.
One of my favorite little Sargisms from this one too is when right before the kidney line, he's like, hot buttered lug nuts. I love these like exclamations that Sarge makes. There's one in a later season that is probably one that I quote. I won't drop it now because I'll wait for us to watch that one, but it's just those little one-liners that he has that he's famous for are just some of my favorites.
If I remember correctly, Matt Holm does so much improv in the booth.
Mm-hmm. Does he really?
So
Awesome.
yeah, this episode basically ends off. Simmons is kind of approaching the Blues for some unknown reason. And as he's approaching, Church, Caboose, and Tucker are all messing around with Church's dongle. To which Church just kind of loses it a little bit on Caboose. Caboose is just trying to warn Church about the Reds. But Church basically says, damn it, in the short time I've known, which is really only 3 months, You managed to call my girlfriend a slut, blow me up with a tank, shoot me in the head, and now paralyze me from the waist down. Then we see Simmons show up to see Tucker just on his knees in front of church, fiddling with something. He kind of wants to know what's going on.
If we are going to make Caboose and Church a ship, which we are, we should name the ship Caboose because it is their names shoved together and it would piss off Church.
Yeah, Caboose.
That checks out.
No, not Caboose, just Caboose.
Oh, just Caboose.
It's the C from Church.
Oh.
And it's just Caboose, just because it'll piss off Church.
Okay, I can see that.
And then Caboose, Church, and Tucker together should be Cabooser because, again, it will piss off Church.
I can see that.
Cabooser.
Chucker is real, and the Reds are now learning that Chucker is real in episode 26.
Yep.
Except they didn't approach to fight. They just really wanted to get rid of Doc. And the Blues do not want him back. And Church cannot move his legs this entire time. So the whole joke is, like, didn't anyone ever tell you that it was rude not to look at people when they're talking to you? And Church still not turning around, and everyone convinces themselves that Church is just really shy, guys.
Right, you missed also some of the great lines when they're like, "What are you doing?" And Caboose goes, "We were just playing a game."
Church is like, no, absolutely not. And the Reds are like, okay, cool. So they leave. And they take Doc to the middle of nowhere and leave him alone on purpose because they don't want that guy anymore. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them. He's purple. Kind of weird color to have in a red versus blue fight, in my opinion.
What happens when you mix blue and red?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I can't quote this show. I'm so sorry.
We're just
I
asking
watched it once in
what
my
happens when
entire
you mix
life.
blue and red.
I know color theory. You get purple.
And he's purple.
Yeah, that's why it's weird to have him there.
Or maybe it makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
Hey, if you want to come out as like a Doc, Church, Sarge shipper, it's okay. You can. This is a safe space.
I watch it for the plot. Like people say about porn, I watch it for the plot.
I know, but it's fun to kill your jokes.
My friend actually does watch it for the plot. That's the weird thing.
Are you your friend?
So the Reds take Doc out into the middle of nowhere, and Doc's like, "You're not going to leave me out in the middle of nowhere, are you?" And they're like, "Yeah, absolutely the fuck we are. You suck." And Doc really tries to play into Griff's sense of humanity, if he has any. He's like, "Not you two, right, Griff? Old buddy, huh?" And Griff gets the opportunity to throw Doc's words right back in his face and say, "Sorry, it's pretty clear that you're not very popular around here. And if I'm going to make any progress at all, I can't be directly associated with you. I'm sure you understand." And Doc just stands there and knows exactly what fucking happened to him and that this is his fault. Meanwhile, the Blues are trying to see what's happening, and Tucker still does not have a sniper, but it's okay because he got to snipe that switch on Church's body. Once...
Oh.
Hey-o. Bow chicka bow wow, right, fellas?
Please, we're here for the plot. Once Doc gets abandoned, Caboose is convinced that Doc is going to attack them, and Tucker accuses that of being absolutely ridiculous. And Church pipes up like, "I mean, unless he tries to get into our base, we're good." To which Doc then goes and tries to get into their base immediately to hang out with the Blues, and they are convinced that is how Doc is going to get in and kill them. So they keep denying him entry. And then we learn that Doc failed out of medical school.
He went to DO school.
The name of this episode is a reference to Doc and Griff having a conversation all the way back in episode 23. Wow.
Yay.
Thank you for the fanfare for my fun fact that I stole from the wiki page.
I thought you were about to
Clap,
follow
clap,
it up.
clap,
No.
clap, clap, clap.
See, I'm really trying to make the transition between being like a floppy and becoming like a hammer. I'm dedicated to having less words just to fuck up the podcast dynamic.
Here's the thing, Ray. People like me and you can't be a hammer. It's a hard reality we have to accept. We don't get to be like Hammer.
Nope.
I would love to be a man of few words. Hammer just said no. That's like his 12th word of the podcast.
He just described
He's
2
saying in the
episodes.
double digits.
Why are you not able to be Hammer?
No, because Floppy's
I
about
just
to pull out some
can't do
weird
it.
shit from his ass, so we need to keep killing this horse until it is dead.
Gross.
Hammer is our Highlander, so like Hammerlander, like there can be only one.
What's a Highlander? Is Highlander a red versus
They cut
blue
off
thing?
each other's heads when there's more than one of them or something.
What is this from?
To answer your question, Brendan, I can't be Hammer because Hammer chooses his words very intentionally. And if we all chose our word, if me and Ray chose our words intentionally, this would be the Brendan podcast.
That sounds like a fantastic podcast.
I choose every word very carefully every single time I tell you to go fuck yourself, Floppy.
Sounds like my kind of show.
And then Packy would he'd wake up every now and then and say something hilarious.
Grr.
There it goes. He's
Console
back.
I feel
Wars.
like they wouldn't let us check out Packy
console
at the
wars.
home if we had Brenton as the person representing us.
Hey,
So Floppy and I have to stay verbal to get Packy out.
what have I done?
They wouldn't let us check Packy out anyway because he would just go grr every time we got him to the door.
I don't want to leave. They're gonna make me watch that Red versus Blue show. I don't know what that is.
Meanwhile, he's watching it on an iPod Nano with his headphones in.
And we're like, Grandpa, please
Oh,
put on your
man.
glasses. We know you don't have them on yet today. It's gonna be okay.
This show is too fuzzy.
It's so stupid. He's hitting his iPod Nano like it's an old television set.
Every time we bring him back, he's ranting about consoles.
We convert Red versus Blue to black and white so we can feel a little bit more like he's in the correct time period.
Then it looks like my flashbacks.
I had to edit so much Vietnam footage to like I had to there were a lot of executions I had to cut out, and then I eventually just didn't use any of it. And I was like, okay,
Oh my God.
I guess I just watched a bunch of Vietnamese people be executed for no reason because I just
hell?
found a video that did a much better job.
Hey, Floppy,
Oh,
I have
no.
concerns about the content that you are consuming. Are you watching Vietnam footage for the plot?
Exactly. It's, I actually watched that. I watched the Vietnam footage for the porn.
Okay.
Packy cut that.
No, Packy,
so-
please God, leave it in.
Porn for the plot, but Vietnam footage to get off. There you go. Okay.
Oh my God. Brendan, I'm begging you to please God, just tell us about the next goddamn episode so we can stop talking about Vietnam.
We open, and this is the final episode we're going to talk about. We open, it's Sarge and Donut at the base, and he's like, just me and you at the base today. That's cool. That's another thing I say all the time. That's cool. I say too much. I gotta stop talking. And basically, they have this one-sided conversation where it's like having a conversation with Hammer and me. It's just like one person talking, and Hammer's just staring out into space, like, And then at the very end, Donut says the line, "When you die, can I have your armor?" And I always thought that was really funny. And then Simmons and Griff, return to the base, and Sarge's like, "Well, what'd you find out?" And they were like, "I don't know. They were doing something really weird. Like one of them was shy and rude. Like that one blue guy was really rude." And then we returned back to Blue Base. We cut back to Blue Base afterwards, and they're still dealing with the fact that Tucker can't, or Church can't move his legs. Caboose comes up with the idea. He's like, well, why don't you just depossess your body and maybe the original robot guy can fix your legs? And Tucker punches Church because he's like, and Church is like, why'd you do that? Tucker's like, I didn't know if I was dreaming. And he's like, if you want to know you're dreaming, you have someone pinch you. And he's like, dude, I don't care what type of dream I'm having. I'm never going to ask you to pinch me. And anyways, so then Church unpossesses his body, and then immediately Tucker and Caboose start getting distracted, and Tucker's like, wow, you really brought it to the team. And Caboose is just like, I really like the process. No, I mean it. I mean, this is fantastic. And then while they're distracted, you see Lopez just look at both of them and just take off into the opposite direction.
Just legs instantly fixed.
Yeah, and he's just like hopping away. It's really funny. Church is now a ghost, and he's like, ooh, it's all loosey-goosey, which is... I love those little moments of Church where he's like weirdly whimsical.
It gets a little whimsical.
It's rare, but it's scattered. But they have these moments where he's whimsical, and they're always my favorite. Church is like, what happened to my body? And then Tucker's like, oh, hey, Church, your legs work. So then they're like, okay, we're going to go take him out. So Church is going to go run after him, and he tells Tucker to go through the teleporter, and Tucker's like, I ain't going back through the freaking teleporter again. So Tucker is like, tries this, and he throws a grenade through the teleporter, which in theory would work, but actually in the Halo game, it does not work. You cannot do that, weirdly enough. So then Church, as a ghost, is like, stop right there, amigo, which I don't know what... Like, I mean, Church can in theory just possess him at any point, but maybe he needs him to stand still and surrender? It doesn't make much sense.
Maybe.
And then we cut back to Red Base, and this is one of my, I don't know, I just find this so funny, where Sarge is like, what's going on out there? And Griff is just like, I think we're under attack, sir. A really poorly coordinated attack. What do you see out there? One of them's attacking, and one of them's retreating? And then Sarge is like, we'll give him a reason to retreat. Let's go get him. And that's where we very end. And I love that ending segment. One of them's attacking and one of them seems to be retreating.
Tucker punches Church is because Caboose has the actual good idea.
Yes, oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that, Floppy. I'm so sorry. Yes, part of Caboose's plan, something that I forgot to mention, is part of Caboose's plan is that Lopez, in theory, could also fix Sheila. But instead of saying Sheila, he's like, my girlfriend. And they're both like, what? But, and that's what prompts them to be like, wait, that was actually a good idea, though.
He specifically calls her a beautiful tank lady that means nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm happy you called me out on that, Floppy. It was an important detail.
This is a much less important detail, but there was one line back at the beginning on Red Base that I fucking love Jeff's delivery when Sarge is like asking, because they refuse, to return Doc. So Sarge is like, does our treachery know no bounds? And Griff is like, it wasn't a total loss, sir. I was able to steal his wallet. I love that so fucking much.
Griff, I may make a respectable soldier out of you yet. Dude, the treachery knows no bound is also another one that I love. Those blue devils, does their treachery know no bound?
Yeah.
Also, I should mention the classic when he repossesses or unpossesses someone, the Egeek Urgurk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, Brendan. That was great taking us home on that last one. Boy, a lot of all of a sudden there's plot. See, that's one thing I get annoyed about. A lot of people say plot doesn't get introduced till after the Blood Gulch Chronicles. I mean, there's things happening. This is definitely still like a comedy show. It is interesting because you can like feel things moving. Or I don't know, Ray, what do you think? Because we know where the story goes. Do you feel like there's like more going on?
No, I'm here. I thought being quiet would be weird and funny.
That's my thing.
Anyways,
Okay. You was about to say you're really trying to be Hammer now.
I was really trying to be Hammer. I'm so sorry. That's actually a much more complex question than like I have to like take a second to actually think about that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Because to me, it feels like there is a plot in the very same way that like Friends has a plot where you have a couple filler episodes and then you have a couple plot episodes and there is like something, but it's not necessarily overarching or it happens in like 2 or 3 episodes. The entire thing goes on. There isn't necessarily like a Phoebe's boyfriend that ends up moving to Russia and they break up kind of plot point where it's throughout entire seasons and you kind of have to know what's happening. But I'm enjoying the plot that there is. It's definitely interesting enough to keep me interested. And it's not all just based in like a comedy of errors. It's not all just based in like everyone is miscommunicating and everything is terrible and stupid.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I was hoping you'd be getting from it at this point. I do have one question that I want to ask you throughout the series. Ray, why are they there?
My current guess about why they're there is because the government forgot the war was over and forgot to tell them.
That is actually
That's a great,
good.
amazing theory.
That is so good. That is so good. Like a Battle of New Orleans type thing. That is really good. So I wanted to do one fun thing at the end. We've already kind of touched on a little of what's little pop culture stuff. Ray had their cool dream hack story. So I wanted to come in with right now, as we're recording this, Bernie said that one new piece of merch is coming back. So I want everyone's pick. Everyone give your best guess for not necessarily something you want, but what you think is going to come back as new Rooster Teeth merch.
This sounds like a good draft.
Well, we're definitely going to do a draft. We're 100% going to do a classic merch draft or just a merch in general draft. And that's why I don't want anyone picking more than one thing. I just want you to pick one thing that you think is going to be brought back. Not necessarily something you want to come back, but something you think will be brought back.
I could see a polo with the new logo.
A polo with the new logo. Okay, that's a good pick. Packy.
It's past its bedtime.
Shit. My old bones are creaking as I'm standing up.
Why are you standing up to tell us this?
I'm very emotional. Real quick, just to clarify, do we know if it's like just one single item or is it a possible line of items?
I believe it's going to be a line.
Bernie has said things.
Okay, I'm going to go with the individual red or blue army shirts. I realize that's not
Smart.
a single item, but it's a line. But the ones that have their names on the back.
I think that's fair. And like, plus, if there's going to be a red army shirt, there's going to be a blue army shirt. It would be odd if you just did blue army. Brendan, you're going last, so I hope you're...
Yeah, because I know I'd steal your pick.
Because I know you're gonna steal my pick because mine is not one that I want, but I know it's coming back. But Ray, what do you think is gonna come back?
So I've actually put a lot of thought into this
Whoa.
because he can't bring back a shirt for an IP that they own for
True.
Rooster Teeth. They can't bring back any of the Achievement Hunter shirts. They can't bring back Funhouse. They can't bring back Sugar Pine
True.
7. Like
All the
anything that
stuff
I'm
you
passionate
watched.
about, they
Right,
can't
all the
bring
stuff you
back.
watched.
Yeah, all the stuff I watched.
So
My guess is the Red versus Blue Blood Gulch Chronicles shirt that had the red helmet and the blue helmet facing in different directions on the front of it.
whoa, I don't even know which one that is.
I know.
Yeah,
I'll send a photo in
send the
chat.
photo. I don't remember that one. I thought for sure Ray was about to steal mine.
Yeah, me too.
I have no interest in it, but I think one of the main things that's going to make the most money is the People Like Grapes shirt. I think if Bernie has the rights to it, it's coming back. Or if it doesn't, boy, there must be a reason. They must not have the rights, or he doesn't want to like conflict with Gavin, because every time he asks, it's always the number one thing people say. And I'm not a purple guy. I can't wear purple. Doesn't look good on me. But hey, you know.
But now I want to know what Brendan thinks if it can't
Yeah,
be
what's
the
Brendan
grape
gonna
shirt.
pick?
Brendan knows the merch really well, especially the red versus blue stuff. Brendan, what do you think is the most likely thing to come?
Yeah. So you say I know the merch well. That's actually probably one of my weakest points. I
Really?
don't know no, because so much of it came out way before I was
Oh.
into, and I never could get any of it because I was a little kid. I was
You're a
like
little
12, 13, 14, and I agree with you. The People Like Grapes shirt is unfortunately going to come back. I think if I can't choose the Blue Army and I can't choose People Like Grapes, I'm gonna say that we could be getting. I'm going in between a Drunk Tank shirt or a classic redversusblue.com shirt.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
I'm gonna go put my eggs in the basket of redversusblue.com. I think we could get a classic redversusblue.com shirt. I would like it. You would like it. We all would like it.
Definitely Drunk Tank shirt would be my number one. And that,
Dude,
like,
that'd be awesome.
Nobody steal it for the merch draft because I'm going with that one. Even you, Brendan, even though you brought it up first. But I will say one fun thing that we have 6% of our viewers on
Movie
Spotify
magic.
are between the ages of 45 and 59.
It's all my roommates at the home.
But except it's not though, because Packy just played it over his iPod Nano to the whole nursing home. So he's like we've got 14 listeners. It's like, no, it just counts as one. Talk about what merch you would like to see. Talk about what kind of merch you'd like to see from us, and share this podcast, do something with it.
Please don't do
fondle it.
something with it. Like, don't pull a chucker with it, but like, listen to it and enjoy your time.
You know what? Watch it for the plot. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And we don't love you because that's parasocial. Don't be wary of creators who tell you that.
Unless you're a Jedi,
Jedis don't love, apparently, in the prequels. We can't talk about that.
we will fight again.
Oh my God, we have to end the show.
Yeah, I was about to. I want everyone to say bye at once, but I don't know if Hammer's got any words left. Hammer, take us out.
With a gun,
Bye.
preferably.
Oh,
Good job, Hammer.
no,
You
Ray
nailed
stepped
it.
on it.
We all have separate audio tracks. It's fine.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, thank
Get
you
the
so much for
fuck
listening.
out.
Thank you so much for
Bye.
listening. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
and Packy, go.
Grr.
Grr.
There you go.
Everyone shut the
Yay.
fuck up now.
Where's my pills?